Hey, Shalom, giving all praises, acknowledgement, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Harakah HaKodash, Harakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that have taught us this truth, and they continue to teach us. And Shalom to our brothers doing this mighty and powerful works in hopes of salvation. Now the Lord is about to send his evil arrows of famine upon America. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is about to send evil arrows of famine upon this place. These containers that are coming in at the ports, a lot of people are misinformed of what's really in these containers. Now, the Spirit just had me search this up. I put in the thing how many containers on the ports contain food. So it says roughly 60% of the world's goods, including imported fruits, and even meats. Yeah, pork, beef and stuff. Some beef come from China. All right. So global transport, about 90% of the world's goods are transported by sea. So food in containers, a large portion of food items, including fruits, vegetables, and other perishable, are transported in containers. It says a significant percentage of containers on port are refrigerated containers, which are used for transporting perishable goods like produce. At some ports, so refrigerated containers make up a high percentage of total containers. While many foods are in containers, bulk commodities like grain and oil are often transported in the holds of ships. So, yeah, man. The ships be carrying perishable fruits and vegetables and even microwavables. So a lot of people are not informed. You know, Trump is making it seem like, oh, you're not going to get your favorite doll as much as you want, or you're not going to get your favorite gadget and dish or chair. No. Do you understand that there's food coming in? Baby formulas coming in from China. All right. Ezekiel 5:16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine. So the Most High, he'll send famine as an evil arrow. Arrows. So that means it's going to be hitting everybody. Just like arrows. The famine. All right. And you go into the word famine, it means scarcity of food. Which shall be there for their destruction. So the famine's, oh man, it's going to be for the destruction of a lot of these fat ass Americans. Which shall be for their destruction. And man, I work in the food industry right now. And yeah, these people are fat asses. You know, they got to eat every fucking minute of the day. Especially these ones that have money. They got to eat every hour. Which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you. And I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. So the Most High is going to break the staff of bread. Check out the CSB. When I shoot deadly arrows of famine at them, arrows for destruction that I will send to destroy you. It says, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, I will intensify the famine against you and cut off your supply of bread. So a staff of bread is supposed to support you. Keep the city running. But the Most High is going to break the staff of bread. Let's check out the Ezekiel 5 and 16. New LT. And I will shower you with deadly arrows of famine to destroy you. The famine will become more and more severe until every crumb of food is gone. So the Most High is cutting off the food chain, the food chain, the food supply. Even the farmers are affected by this. Man, you got to see this video.
So are you paying attention yet? Have you seen this story? There's a lot of talk about the food and stuff that we get off of the ports is going to be running out very soon. And we are going to be in for a rude awakening because these ports are currently empty. And if you're feeling brave enough to go down this rabbit hole, click on the search bar, look up news articles, take a look at images taken at the ports. They are empty, bone dry. Check out Seattle's port. Check out Los Angeles' port. And as you can see, it looks very lonely out there. And for those of you that are not paying attention and don't know what this means for us, it means the supplies that we rely on a daily basis that are shipped here are not coming. And they're going to run out. And what will that do? Drive the price of everything up even more. They're saying,
yeah, that's in Revelations. I believe Revelations 6 and 16. A measure of wheat for a penny, a measure of barley for a penny. So food's going to be rationed. All right, and it's going to be priced at the highest in history ever, especially in American history. Your pay that you get for the day, 180 if you work 20 up. Or if you work more than 25, you get what? 200 plus. Guess what? That is going to give you a fraction of food. A measure. You're going to get a fraction of food. All right? That means it's going to be super hyperinflation. And why is it super hyperinflated? Because there's less of it.
that 40% of the ships are empty. 40% of the ships are empty. And again, as you can see right here, there aren't many ships in Los Angeles or Seattle. Now, allegedly, the last international ship that's heading into the port and will be coming in is scheduled right at the end of April. And they're saying that ship allegedly will be the last one. I want you to take a look at this clip. It's very concerning and explains a lot of what's going on. Watch.
This map is the port of Shanghai, and all the yellow ones are cargo ships. Blue ones are fishing ships, right? When it's moving, it has an arrow, right? It's a triangle. Then those round dots, I think they parked there, right? This is the port of Shanghai, and this is port of Los Angeles. Both port are the biggest port.
I don't think I need to explain anymore.
Yeah, there it is. And it's crazy that the ships look like arrows. Evil arrow of famine. Tell me those don't look like arrows. Come on, man. Come on. Them ships. See how the spirit works? Evil arrows of famine. To destroy you people. Just like how the Lord sent them to destroy Jake in that time.
And
Alright, now I wanted to search up something else. Damn it. It slipped my mind. Oh, what foods get imported from China? It says China is a major exporter of various food items to the United States, including fruits and vegetables. Snack? Uh-oh, not the snacks. Oh, you know, that's oh man, not the snacks. You know how these people love the snack. I love the snack. I ain't gonna lie. You know, some chips. You know what I'm saying? Some fruits. Spices and tea. It says China supplies a significant portion of the U.S. market for apple juice, garlic, and certain type of fish like tilapia, cod. A major source of vitamin C, mushroom, and processed fruits and vegetables. So those bags you see, that's from Kroger or from another place, Signature Fruits, and what's another name besides Kroger? You know, the ones that the stores be getting. They're not major brands, but they're directly from the supermarket or something. Well, thanks to China, you know. So a lot of you people about to be out here malnourished, man. It says fresh and processed fruits and vegetables are among the top import commodities from China. Pears, apple juice, fishes. Yeah, the other year they imported 4.6 billion worth of food, including fruits and vegetables. So America been bullshitting you people, you know. These major companies in the grocery stores, they be bullshitting you people, putting their brand on there. Oh yeah, this is organic. Really, it's from fucking China. Relabeled and shit. Cause you don't see it no bag of fruits and vegetables saying it's from China. Nah. But yet it is. China is a major exporter in fruits and vegetables and teas and shit like that, you know? So 2nd Ezra is 15 and 11. But I will bring up upon them with a mighty hand. Well, I can't just start from here. I got to start a little bit more up. 2nd Ezra is 15 and 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. So our people is led for the slaughter here. All right. And I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Yeah, just like when the Most High wanted us to get up out of Egypt, what did he do? He brought hell upon the Egyptians. He brought hell upon the land of Egypt. He destroyed the infrastructure. He destroyed jobs. He destroyed farming. He destroyed the economy, the produce, the vegetables, the cattle. All right? And all of that destruction resulted to us getting up out of the ancient land of Egypt. So what do you think the Most High is going to do now in this land of modern day Egypt? Why you think on the dollar bill they have a pyramid? Pyramid is associated with Egypt. They know this is Egypt. They know this is spiritual Egypt and Sodom. I think like it tells you in Revelations 11, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. So our time here is coming to an end. And that's why we're seeing the Most High stretch out his hand against this place. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten. This shit's gonna be smitten to the ground up, to the floor up, with the plague and the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. So the Most High is bringing plague and punishment to this place. He's ready to punish these people. All right? That they that tilt the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting in hell with a fearful consolation. So Most High is going to destroy the crops, the produce, vegetation. That's him stretching out his hand. He's going to bring the plagues. He's going to bring suffering to this place. He's going to punish it. All right, let's see how the Lord dealt with the ancient Egyptians. He said plagues as before. Let's see how the Lord dealt with them. He destroyed their cattle. All right, you have cattle that what? Plow the field. Help with your farming. All right, this is the ancient world. So put that in a modern day term. That's, The Most High is going to destroy the supply industry. That's how I'm going to put it in modern day terms. The food. All right. Let's jump right into it. So the boils. Hold on. Exodus 9:17. As yet exaltest thou thyself against my people, that thou wilt not let them go? Behold, tomorrow, about this time, I will cause it to rain a very grievous hail, such as had not been in Egypt since the foundation thereof, even until now. Send therefore now, and gather thy cattle and all that thou hast in the field, for upon every man and beast which shall be found in the field, and shall not be brought home. The hail shall come down upon them, and they shall die. So if you didn't bring the cattle in and the servants, or someone outside working the field, they were going to be put to death by the hail. He that feared the word of the Lord among the servants of Pharaoh made his servants and his cattle to flee into the houses. And he that regarded not the word of the Lord left his servants and his cattle in the field. You know, damn well it's probably them heathens, you know, them Egyptians that didn't believe in the word of the Heavenly Father and his Son. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch forth thine hand toward heaven, and there may be hail in all the land of Egypt, upon man, upon beast, and upon every herb of the field throughout the land of Egypt. And Moses stretched forth his rod toward heaven. So the Lord is stretching forth his hands, like we just read, through Moses. And the Lord sent thunder and hail, and the fire ran along upon the ground. And that shows you, hey, when the Most High says something, when it actually happens, it's magnified. All right, the Lord said he was going to rain hail upon them. Now the hail got fire in it. Yo. And fire ran along upon the ground. And the Lord rained hail upon the land of Egypt. So there was hail and fire mingled with the hail. Now think about it. That's the power of the Lord. Not a regular hail where you see them big ass ice ball coming down. It's hailing. You know? Nah, man. Fire was with it. Now imagine some shit dropping from thousands of miles in the sky. You know? With fire? Come on. That's like a goddamn bullet raining down. And fire mingled with hail, very grievous, such as there was none like it in all the land of Egypt, since it became a nation. And the hail smote throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and beast. And the hail smote every herb of the field, and brake every tree of the field. Only the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, there was no hail. So as you can see, servants died. People out and about died. All right? The trees broke apart. You know? The produce, fruit trees. You know? So verse 27, and Pharaoh sent and called for Moses and Aaron and said, I have sinned this time. The Lord is righteous, and I and my people are wicked. So he admitted that the Egyptians is a piece of shit. And they know they weren't. They were oppressing the fuck out of the Israelites. You know? Just like the modern day Egyptians, Esau, the so-called white man, is oppressing the hell out of us. All right. Entreat the Lord, for it is enough that there be no more mighty thunderings in hell, and I will let you go, and ye shall stay no longer. Okay, let's jump on down. It says, verse 30, but as for thee and thy servants, I know that he will not yet fear the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You think these Edomites are going to fear the Lord? If anything, they're trying to take credit for all of what's happening in America because they think it's part of their new world order. You know? I'm putting this in modern day terms with the modern day Egyptians. You know, just like Pharaoh of old, he didn't fear the Lord. And the flax and the barley was smitten. So the Lord killed the food. All right? The food industry, just with the hail alone. For the barley was in the ear, and the flax was boiled. Now, New LT 31, all the flax and the barley were ruined by the hail because the barley had formed heads and the flax was budded. So the Most High had mercy. All right. But the wheat for now. But look what's going to happen. He's going to completely cut off the food chain. He's going to completely destroy the economy. All right. And the wheat and the rye were smitten, for they were not grown up. All right, let's go to the next chapter. Let's see what the Lord do next, because the Lord is going to bring plagues as before. So the Lord killed their economy pretty much, he killed just with that alone, killed their economy, killed the cattle's produce. Let's see what the Lord do. He's going to put it to death. All right. Hold on. Verse Exodus 10:3, and Moses and Aaron came in unto Pharaoh and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi of the Hebrews, how long wilt thou refuse to humble thyself before me? Let my people go, that they may serve me. Else, if thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow will I bring the locusts into the coast. They shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth, and they shall eat the residue, so the remaining of your vegetations, your crops, of that which is escape, which remaineth unto you from the hail, and eat every tree which groweth for you out of the field. They shall fill thy houses, and the houses of all thy servants, and the houses of all the Egyptians. And you gotta think, when they go up in them houses, anything that was eatable, oh yeah, they tearing it up. All right, plants, tree, garden, anything in them houses, getting eaten, which neither thy fathers nor thy fathers' fathers have seen since the day that there were upon the earth unto this day. And he turned himself and went out from Pharaoh, and Pharaoh's servant said unto him, How long shall this man be a snare unto us? Let the men go, that they may serve the Lord their God. Knowest thou not yet that Egypt is what? Is destroyed. New LT. It says, Pharaoh's officials now came to Pharaoh and appealed to him, How long will you let this man hold us hostage? Let the men go to worship their Lord, their God. Don't you realize that Egypt lies in ruins? Yeah, when the Lord say he's going to smite from the foundation, America is going to be ruined, man. God's going to destroy the economy, the produce, the food. He's going to cut the food chain off. All right. And Moses and Aaron were brought again unto Pharaoh, and he said unto them, Go, serve your Lord your God, but who are they that shall go? So the Lord hardened him, which is just for the Lord to show every single power that he had in store to show Pharaoh. All right. Just like the same, the Lord hardened the hearts of these elites and these Edomites to keep continuing in their pride while the Lord is bringing the plagues. All right. It says, and Moses says, we will go with our young and with our old and with our sons and our daughters and our flocks and our herds will we go, for we must hold the feast unto the Lord. And he said unto them, let the Lord be so with you as I will let you go and your little ones. Look to it, for evil is before you. Not so, go ye now he that are men, and serve the Lord. So this dude still think he owned us. Yeah, just go and leave the kids and the women behind. The fuck? For that he did desire, and they were driven out from Pharaoh's presence. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the land of Egypt for the locusts, that they may come up. This is after him being told that Egypt is destroyed. All right. The hail tore up. It put people to death. It put cattle to death. Destroyed trees. You know. Herbs, plants, fruits. It says, for the locusts, that they may come up upon the land of Egypt and eat every herb of the land. So everything remaining. Even all that the hail had left. So anything that the hail didn't destroy, the locust was coming to eat everything else up. There goes the fruits. There goes the vegetations. There goes the next year's crops, or the ones that were, in a couple months, they're going to be the next ones, the next one to pick, reap, harvest, So the Lord cut off the food chain supply. And Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, and the Lord brought an east wind upon all the land all that night, all that day, and all that night. Damn! And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts. And that shows you that certain creatures are led by the Lord. Like if you have a migration of something, they follow the air current. Yeah, I don't want to be deep, but I just want to bring that out. The spirit. And the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt and rested in all the coast of Egypt. Very grievous were they. Yeah, and remember the quail. The Lord did that with the quail. He brought like a wind, and then it came. Before them there were no such locusts as they, neither after them shall be such. For they covered the whole face of the earth, so that the land was darkened. Damn. It was millions of them. I'm thinking the land was darkened. So they were blocking out the light, the sunlight. And they did eat every herb of the land, and all the fruit of the trees which the hail had left, and there remained not any green thing in the trees or in the herbs of the field. And you got to think about medicines got destroyed too. Healing. That destroyed the medical industry. That destroyed the stock market at that time. That destroyed the food at that time. Through all the land of Egypt. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron in haste. And he said, I have sinned against the Lord your God and against you. Now pray, I will give thee my sin only this once, and entreat the Lord your God that he may take away from me this death only. Yeah, and then the last plague, the Lord brought blackout, pretty much. Otherworldly blackout. No light. to where you even light something in front of you, you can't see it. You know? So yeah, man. Yeah, darkness. And that's coming to America too. Darkness. The Lord gonna bring a blackout here. Said it would bring the plagues as before. We just read what the Lord did to the crops, to the animals, to the vegetation, to every tree, every green thing. The locusts ate up every green thing. Think about that, man. That mean the farming industry got killed just in that one day. Or what's left. The hail already killed all the trees and the herbs, everything. People were at their jobs. They got killed. Animals got killed. So consider, man. It says, 2 Ezra 15:11, and I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. So the Most High is going to bring the plagues as before. And we just read as before. How he did it before, he's going to do it now. All right? That means food industry killed, crops killed, farming killed. Verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. So destruction is coming to the world. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and sword in their hands. So when the Lord is bringing the punishment, everybody's going to be out here fighting for themselves, fighting against everyone. All right? You're going to have race wars in the midst of this, civil unrest. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, home invasions, break-ins. All right, there ain't going to be no law being regulated in those times. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, nor the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So right now, Trump has militarized the police department, and he's going to use military to help police. Why? Why is this? Because they know that these people are they're gonna be in a uproar. They're gonna take arms. They're gonna bear arms, and they're not gonna just protest and go out there and march. You know how the Edomites speak when they have had enough violence. So you're gonna have a lot of people over here. You're gonna have a lot of militias trying to go against the government. You're gonna have a lot of Edomites bearing arms. All right, and they're gonna do what they want to do. And a man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why? Because by this time, martial law is declared and military is going to be pushed on the people. Pushed on the people to control the violence or to regulate in these times. But it's going to be too much, man. It's going to be too much chaos for the military to control. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Men are going to be afraid. People's houses are going to be broken into, shot up, and burnt. Everything tore up, bent over, tossed up, broken. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. That means people are going to be angry, man. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, and shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods. So what you got in your house is going to be a spoil to someone. All right? You got children. You might have a little bit of water, a little bit of food, medicine, something of value. They're going to spoil it. They're going to take it. They're going to rob it. They're going to plunder you. All right? Or if you got a nice looking, decent daughter or something, you got a wife, oh yeah, that's going to be spoiled. Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulations. Lack of bread is what? Famine. So when the Lord brings the plague and start punishing this place, these people, they're going to lose it. All right? Every man's going to be out for him and his. And they're going to lose it even more because there's no food. And these are the build-up to it. It's because the Most High is bringing the plagues and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulations. Very harsh, hard times is coming. You got to consider, not everybody is going to have a job. Like it tells you in Revelations 6:16, a penny for a measure of barley for a penny, a measure of wheat for a penny. Now people won't have a job to even pay for that fraction of food. So what do you think is going to happen? They're going to lose their shits, man. They're going to grab their guns and their weapons, and they're going to make something happen. Whether it means putting someone to death, killing their whole family, killing someone's whole family to just eat for a few minutes, they gonna do that. All right? Let's actually go to 16. It says, Ezra 16:17, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days. We're approaching those days that Ezra's seeing. He probably had the experience where he felt it because the Most High kept putting him in a trance. He was probably there, experiencing it. You know? You know, like when you go to a movie, you had the experience, you had the emotions of the characters, you felt the movie. This is a whole nother level. So he's like, what was me? What was me? Like, damn, I'm effed. I'm destroyed. Like, how the hell am I going to make it out of this? The beginning of sorrows and a great mourning. The beginning of famine. Yeah, the Most High going to send them evil arrows of famine. All right? And he's going to send them for your destruction, like it says. And great death. Great death. Not a couple hundred people dying. Thousands. The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Jeremiah 17:17. Behold, thou art my hope in the day of evil. You go into different translation, it says pretty much we expect. Let's actually go to it before I butcher. Might be 16. No, it's actually 17:17. It says, Jeremiah 17:17, be not a terror unto me. So Jeremiah begging for the Lord not to be a terror unto him, not to terrorize him with his horrors. What do you think is going to happen to these people? Thou art my hope in the day of evil. Different translations. NET, do not cause my dismay. You are my source of safety in the times of trouble. Now, hope goes into expectations. It doesn't say it right here. Let's go to the root. It says, thou art my hope in the day of evil. We expect help when the Lord brings these days of evil, man. Behold, famine and plague, verse 19. Behold, famine, plague. 2 Ezra 16:19. Behold, famine, verse 1. And plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. So these things are going to be for correction. But you know what? The world is not going to see it as such. 2/3 of our people are not going to see it as such. They're not going to see it as the Most High angry with them or correcting them to repent. Nah, they gonna wax worse, man. They gonna turn to cannibalism. They gonna turn to home invasion, stealing, robbing, killing just to survive. But all these things they should not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourge. So they're not gonna think of the Most High is doing this. They don't. A lot of these people gonna think, the government failed them. Especially our people. But they're not going to understand it's the Lord bringing these beatings. Behold, victuals shall be so cheap upon the earth that they should think themselves to be in good case. Right now, victuals is still pretty cheap, man. You could get you a $10 meal. Right now, if I go to TGI Fridays, I like to get that cheap, value menu. They got a $10 fries, drink, burger, $10, still cheap kind of. That they should think themselves to be in good case, especially in 2020 when prices were cheap as shit. Everybody thought, yo, man, we living good right now. After 2020, 21, 22, after the pandemic, people thought they were good. Peace and safety. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth. Sword, famine, and great confusion. So while these people weren't paying attention to the evil days, it was growing the whole time. All right? All these chicken getting a plague on them. All these cows dropping dead. This whole time. Train wrecks, oil spills, destroying crops, farmlands, fires, destroying homes, crops, lands. The evils was growing the whole time. But these people thought they were good. It says, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. So a lot of people going to die of starving, which is the worst death. All right, your body starts eating at itself. Your spirit feel it. Famine goes to the spirit. All right, your soul feel that shit. Just like when you eat food, your soul feels comfort. That's why they call it comfort food or soul food. And the other that escaped the hunger shall the sword destroy. No escape. 1 Thessalonians 1:5. No escape. You gonna get this work, man, from the Lord. All right? That's why Jeremiah said, be not a terror unto me. Because when the Lord start, oh man, our people are fucked. Everything evil is out to get them. It says, and the other that escaped the hunger, you got people that got plans. They're going to flee to the mountains. They've been prepping, doomsday prepping. What to do in case the government collapse or shit hit the fan. There's people that got plan A, plan B, and Z, all that. And they're going to do all that to what? Survive, escape the hunger. That's why they got stock rooms and shit like that. They're going to do it. Shall the sword destroy? But guess what? They didn't expect somebody else with great aim to come and kill their ass with the gun. It says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. So bodies are going to be thrown outside, man, in piles. And no funerals. No candles and none of that shit. No balloons and pictures and fucking, you know those little memorials Jakes love to make. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the ground, to till the earth, and to sow it. So at this point, society is collapsed. If nobody's doing the farming, it's fucking over. The tree shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall be ripened, and who shall tread them? So, empty farms, fruits gonna grow, trees gonna grow. No workers. For all places shall be desolate of men. Why? Because they're gonna be dead. There's gonna be a lot of dead people. All right? People that starve to death, people that starve to death or starve and cause disease. People that die from diseases. People that die get gunned down by the military. People that die by the militias. The military and militias killing each other off. Fighting, against the government. A lot of dead. It says, so that one man should desire to hear another and to hear his voice, just like I Am Legend. He didn't hear anybody to where he started talking to mannequins. Alright, so it's gonna get to that point, man. Because people gonna be dead, KO'd, going up to the Heavenly Father. And it's gonna be few left out here. And the few that left, they're hiding out. They're surviving somewhere. They're a pilgrim moving about. For of a city there shall be left 10. Yo, how much is in the city of Los Angeles? 3 million. I looked it up. 3 million people plus. You tell me there's gonna be 10 left in the city? So a lot of people that's in these cities they're gonna die off real fast. And 2 of the field. So you're gonna have people treading out here, which shall hide themselves in thick groves. So people as pilgrims or have hideouts in the trees. You have a lot of Edomites that know how to make these they be building shit on YouTube. They be camouflaging it too in the forest or in the woods. But there's only gonna be a few of them left. And in the clefts of the rocks. And in an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. Or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. So you're going to have people seeking for anything they could find. Scavengers. Doing scavenger hunts. Shit like Walking Dead. Shit like Last of Us. Even so, in those days there shall be left 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. So you're going to still have the ones that they're the survival of the fittest. They done killed a lot of motherfuckers. They done made it through a lot of gun battles. They done held it down. They're sharp as fuck. You're going to have men like that going house to house, seeing if they could find what's left. Like Last of Us, they were searching for medicine or searching for this particular thing. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel there through. So a lot of these little avenues, alleys, all of them shit's gonna have plants and weeds growing out of them. Alright, these dirt roads, and yeah, man, no landscaping, no city coming to cut the trees and to do all that. It's not gonna be the society as we know it right now. It says, the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. And in these times, a lot of women gonna flock to us. Why? Because they ain't going to have no man around. These dudes are going to be drafted, sent off to fight in World War III. And in the war shall their brides be destroyed. Bridegrooms. So the bridegrooms is the men that, get married to women, and they're going to go into World War III to get killed on the front lines, and their husbands shall perish of the famine. So you're going to have a lot of men die off and leave their woman. And we just get to pick. That's if they're of quality. If they got some type of benefit to be with us. Can you start a fire? Do you know how to gather sticks to keep the fire going? Alright, do you know how to knit a sweater or something? So if it gets cold, I need a sweater. If we on the move, stuff like that, man. Simple stuff like her doing womanly things. Do you know how to actually help a man? Then a man help you. A lot of these women don't know how to do nothing, bro. Shit is quite sad. Don't know how to cook, clean, none of that. It's like, what are you good for? So a lot of these women, what is your skills, your womanly skills? And if you ain't have nothing, you think we gonna want you to follow along with us? If we're moving as pilgrims upon the earth, the fuck away from me. You have no use, no benefit. You're not a helpmate. Alright? We ain't gonna get with no woman to play bodyguard and she can't do nothing. Hell no, in that time. Alright? But yeah, I'm sorry this lesson is kind of long, but it's all in the spirit. Lord willing, edifying, and to the point, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Shalom.